What I'd like to share today is some insight that I recently gained into what's actually happening when you're knitting and when you're making new stitches. I'm a self-taught knitter. I've been doing this for several years, and this would have been really helpful to have it described to me this way when I was first starting out. So most resources that are teaching you how to knit and how to do the basic stitches describe it in a similar way. And they say something to the effect of, insert the needle knitwise through the stitch, wrap the yarn around the needle, and then pull the yarn through the stitch, allowing it to drop, making a new stitch on the right needle. So insert knitwise, wrap, and pull. And that was never very clear to me. And you watch videos of people that have been doing this for decades, and they just rip through it, and you can't really see it. And most of them will come with pictures, and the pictures will show the insertion step, and then they'll show the before with the wrapped yarn, and then they'll show an after where it's been pulled through. And they'll sort of let you fill in the gaps as to what's actually happening with the yarn in between wrapping and drawing it through. Now, when I started out knitting, I started on metal needles, these needles actually, which are very low friction. So I didn't really have a lot of ability to pull the yarn. And I muddled through and figured it out. But I think it could have been explained better. And that's what I want to try to share here today. So what I would say is, to start, it starts off the same. Obviously, you insert your needle knitwise, and then you're going to wrap the yarn as usual. But at this point, this is where, rather than suggesting you pull the yarn, if you look from this perspective, the yarn is not through the stitch, so we need to do something with it. But if we tilt our hands and we look from over here, you can see from this perspective, the yarn is through the stitch, and we don't need to pull anything at all. It's already there. I'm going to show you that again, starting from this angle. So if we insert knitwise and wrap the yarn, you can see that just the act of wrapping the yarn puts the working yarn where it needs to be. I don't pull anything. There's no need to pull the yarn. I interpret it as I need to draw the yarn this way along the barrel of the needle, but it's a bit pedantic, but I think I would probably describe this more as pushing the yarn through the stitch and then dropping it. And this is true of purl stitches as much as it is of knit stitches. So similarly, for a purl stitch, you insert the needle purlwise and you wrap the yarn, and then it needs to be pulled through the stitch. But the angle is a little bit awkward here, but if we look down there, that's the yarn there. Nothing's been pulled. We just push it through. I'll do that again so you can see I'm really not doing anything. I've inserted purlwise, so you can see. I'm going to turn it all the way around so you can see that. And just the act of wrapping the yarn, there it is. It's ready to go. So I think my updated description would be that after wrapping the yarn, you push the yarn through the stitch. As long as you're coming at it from the right plane, there's really no pulling needed. Anyway, that was what I wanted to share today, and I hope you find that helped out.